Hey, what is up, you sexy beasts? GhostSickness or Tristan here. Now, hopefully my voice sounds a little bit better because I actually put up 24 soundproofing panels in my living room. Check this out here. It's absolutely amazing. My setup is improved a lot, and it definitely does reduce the echo. I did an audio test myself, so it's really, really nice to have that, and I hope you guys can hear a difference too. Now, anyway, today I'm telling you the story about my first time getting a ticket, particularly a speeding ticket. Yeah, guys, I got pulled over, and I got a speeding ticket about a week ago. And it's pretty fucking funny how it happened. Alright, if you guys don't know, I've only been pulled over once before this story that I'm going to tell you guys, and now a total of 3 times, including that time. So I got pulled over again, and I did Snapchat it. So if you guys have me on Snapchat, which is the same as my YouTube, then you would have seen this Snapchat video of it, and I'm just like, motherfucker, like, it sucks so bad. I was going to this girl's house on December 30th. I was driving in this other city, right? It's not the city I live in. I had a bad feeling. I don't know. I was feeling like, oh yeah, I'm speeding, I'm getting away with it, you know, whatever. Like a 25-minute drive, and so I like to get there as quickly as possible, you know, going to a girl's house, right? What are you gonna do? As I'm going, it changes from a, let's see, 65 to a 50, then to a 40, and I'm still going 62 miles an hour. Now, I fully knew that I was speeding 110%, dude. I was like, I'm fucking hauling ass down this road, hadn't seen any cops, hadn't seen any cars at all, dude. Literally no cars at all. It's like almost midnight, and I'm just like hauling ass down this, and I just come from a friend's house and was going to this girl's house, and I'm like, all right, you know, let's fucking do this. I was almost there, dude, literally like 5 minutes away from her house, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, didn't see any headlights, didn't see anything like that. I see the you know, the blue and red lights behind me, and I'm like, motherfucker. And I first thought, I was like, oh man, hopefully he's you know, going somewhere, and he just, you know, pulled up behind me, and he's, you know, he needs to go somewhere else or whatever, because I didn't see any headlights or whatever behind me. And then I'm just like, oh fuck no, dude, he's fucking pulling me over, because I get into the right lane, right, because I was in the left lane because I was fucking speeding, of course, and then I pull like in front of the Arby's, like to the side of the road, and so I'm just holding my hands on the steering wheel, and I'm like, fuck, dude, fuck. I roll down my window, and I'm leaving like my hands on the steering wheel and everything like that. The car's on, and the officer's like, hey, do you mind like pulling into this parking lot over here? I don't want to get hit. And I'm like, all right, yeah. And so I pull into the parking lot, and then do the same thing with the hands on the steering wheel, and actually turn the car off this time. I knew I was fucking screwed, dude. I knew it. Here we go. I was like, oh man, this is it. And so I'm holding my hands on the steering wheel, and he comes back, and he's like, sir, I actually pulled you over today for speeding, for going 62 and a 45. And then, you know, he thought it was a 45 at first, but he you know, ran it back and saw that it was a 40, and so he's like, yeah, I got double fucked, dude. He's like, he just immediately didn't even ask me why I got pulled over. He's just like, yo, I pulled you over for going 62 and a 45. Like, did you know that you were speeding, sir? And I'm like, yes, I did. Just like, you know, what are you doing? Where are you going? I'm just like, going to a friend's house. And where are you coming from? I'm like, coming from my house. And he's like, okay. You know, he didn't like inspect the vehicle or do anything weird or sketchy, or he wasn't mean at all. It's just some, you know, white cop. He's just like, all right, sir, well, I caught you going 62 and a 40. You were speeding. Do you have a reason for speeding? And I'm like, well, no. I mean, he's just like, oh, you're just speeding to speed? And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. I mean, I really don't have any excuse for it. Like, I didn't lie to the cop. Honestly, with this kind of honesty, that I would probably have gotten out of the ticket if it weren't for the fact that 10 people in the last 2 weeks prior to this, to me getting pulled over, have died. A lot of them due to speeding and, you know, the bad weather conditions here. You know, there wasn't any snow tonight, but there has been, you know, recently a lot of snow and ice and everything like that. There wasn't anything tonight, but still, there's still a risk for it, I guess. And so people have gotten killed, you know, in my city and surrounding cities from speeding. Now, 10 in 2 weeks is a lot for where I live. That's honestly a lot of people. It's bad. And honestly, due to that, and due to, you know, me speeding and where I was speeding, everything like that, like downtown, not like downtown, but down like their main business road in this city that I was in, it's just, there's no sympathy. There's no like, all right, sir, I'm gonna let you off with a warning. You know what I mean? No matter how honest or straightforward, I should have just let out of the gate with, yes, officer, I was speeding. I have no excuse for it. You know what I mean? Like, I just wanted to get to where I was going faster. The speed limit allowed me to, and honestly, I should have led with that, but I don't see any possible scenario where I'd actually gotten out of this ticket. So a lot of you guys are like, oh, you should have done this, and this. And it's like, given that circumstance and why he gave me a ticket, that was why. I mean, honestly, that was why. I mean, for speeding as well, duh, but I was going 22 miles an hour over the speed limit, right? Because we have speed signs here in Oregon. We don't have all speed limit signs, right? So basically, you can go over the speed sign as long as you're not over by like 10 or more miles per hour, then you'll usually be fine. But yeah, there's just a suggested speed here in Oregon, but obviously you'll get a ticket. This was a speed limit of 40 and I was going 62. Honestly, I have no excuse at all. So I have court in a couple of weeks. I'll let you guys know how that goes if you're curious. But yeah, he totally gave me a ticket. He's like, yo, just have a great night. I just want you to be safe out there, whatever. And the ticket was for $260. It fucking sucks. I'm gonna eat it in court, right? It's gonna suck. But I'm gonna take something called diversion so I can get it actually off my record, and so it doesn't screw my insurance or do anything like that. So I'll let you guys know how that goes as well if you are curious. But yeah, that's what happens when you go 62 in a 40. Have no excuse at all. And just honestly, if you get pulled over, be straight up with the cop. Be like, yo, I was doing this and I knew I did it and I have no excuse for it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, I did get pulled over again, actually, after this. 3 days later, I was coming home from work. All right, now, right, guys, actually, before I tell you this last story, I have a hilarious story that I totally forgot to tell you in this. The very first time I actually technically got a ticket was a couple months ago at my college. Yes. So I was getting ready to register for this last term, and it was like, yo, you have holds on your account, you have fines past due, and you can't register. And I'm like, what the fuck? What kind of fines do I have? And so I call my college, and they're like, yo, dude, you got a ticket. You got an unpaid ticket. And it was kind of weird because I'd come home a couple weeks ago. I had seen on my door like the, yo, we missed you. You got to come to the post office to come get this this package for whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. You know, my college sent me something and I don't know what it is, and I guess I have to sign for it. So I had to go down to the post office and get that. But before I did, they basically told me on the phone that I had gotten a ticket for running a stop sign on the campus. And so I was like, all right, yeah, I remember exactly when this happened. It was pretty weird. He honestly should have pulled me over, but he didn't. So what had happened was I was leaving my night class, and there's this stupid fucking pointless stop sign at the bottom of the hill that is not needed at all. Okay, it is needed, but at night it's really not needed, man. And so I've just like blow through it multiple times. I guess this one particular time, the public safety guy or whatever, they have like cars on the campus security, whatever, was waiting for me, and he had pulled behind me. He had drove behind me for a good 30 seconds, and I knew it was him, and I'm just like, well, okay, what are you doing, dude? Like, are you gonna pull me over? Do you need to go somewhere? And then right as I left the campus, he left, and I'm like, yeah, that serves you right. Haha, I made it, bitch. Right? And I didn't think anything of it. And then I called, and then they told me I had gotten a ticket for that, and I'm like, oh, that's the instance they were talking about, lol. And I'm just like, yeah, dude, I'll fucking pay this 100%. You know, like, here's my debit card, just run the shit for $35. Like, thanks, man, it really wasn't that bad. And then I go to the post office and get the ticket for $35, and I thought it was pretty fucking funny. He was like, running a stop sign, this guy's a fucking idiot. But it's only $35, and so it doesn't really count against anything, doesn't count against my driving record or whatever. They don't know my driver's license number, but they do have my car on file, which is unfortunate. That's how they billed me, because he read the sticker basically and matched the license plate, and then he just billed me the fucking ticket, which sucks. But yeah, man, it was pretty fucking funny. So I really did enjoy it, and I'm gonna get into the last story right now. It had actually snowed after this speeding incident. It started to snow again, and so the roads are pretty bad, pretty icy, you know, pretty snowy. I drive a BMW, so it's pretty good in the snow, and this scared the absolute shit out of me. When I got pulled over, man, I hadn't got pulled over in 5 years, and so I'm like, this is it, you know what I mean? This is my turn. You know, I break so many street laws, like, this is it. It's my fucking time to pay a ticket. Like, I'm okay with this one. But anyway, I was at the stoplight, gonna turn right out of, you know, leaving work, right? And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get on the highway and go on home and everything like that, right? It's gonna be lit. There's this truck, and his light had just turned green, and I'm like, all right, you know, I'm just gonna wait for this truck to go. I'm gonna wait for this truck to go, and I'm gonna wait for this truck to go, and I'm just waiting there, wanting to turn right at the stoplight, which is legal when it's a red, and there's this guy in this truck just waiting to go, and I'm like, all right, man, well, fuck you, I'm gonna go then. It's your green, but whatever. So I start to pull out, and my car kind of fishtails a little bit because it's all-wheel drive, has traction control, but the roads are fucking shit, man. The roads are dog shit, and I don't have any like snow tires or anything. I finally get going on the road, and then I accelerate to like 45, and the speed limit, the speed sign says 45. And so I'm like, all right, you know, I've been really careful about following the law and everything like that recently, because obviously you don't want to get a ticket in between your first ticket and going to court. Like, that's a joke, right? And so I'm just like, la-di-da-di-da, I'm gonna be totally fine. So I'm going, and all of a sudden, again, dude, like, I saw the truck behind me, and I thought he was still behind me when this happened. All of a sudden I see cop lights behind me, and I'm like, motherfucker, not again. No, not like this. There's no way. Like, I didn't break any fucking fucking laws, dude. There's no way. Dude, the reason I got pulled over is such bullshit, man, but it scared the fuck out of me. I'm just glad I didn't get a ticket for it, man. Okay, so anyway, I get pulled over again, and I'm like, fuck my life. This is it. This is the end. This is it. It's over. My windows are frozen shut because it's fucking freezing outside. I'm not even gonna try to roll them down, dude. I'll just break them. And so I fucking pull to the right off the highway, and I'm just like, fuck my life, dude. This is game over. This is it, man. And so the cop comes up to my right side this time. The first cop came up to my driver's side because we weren't in any sort of danger, but obviously he doesn't want to get sideswiped by cars. I've seen that on video. It's fucking insane, dude. Like, that would suck. So that's why cops really go over to the passenger side mostly. He goes over there. I literally open my door and I like lean over, and I felt like thank God he didn't like draw a gun on me or whatever, because I don't know. I open the door and he's like, hello, sir. Like, do you know why I pulled you over today? And I'm like, honestly, dude, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea why you pulled me over. Like, seriously, if I did, I would tell you, like I told the other cop, but I don't know why I pulled you over. He's like, that truck almost hit you. And I'm like, what? Like, that truck at the stoplight? And he's like, yeah, when you like pulled out in front of him, he almost rear-ended you, man. Like, you just, I'm like, okay. And he's like, license and registration, please. And I'm like, fuck, dude. And I get it out and I hand it to him, and I'm like, I just got a speeding ticket the other day. And he's like, oh, like, don't worry, man, I'm not gonna give you a ticket. And I'm just like, whoo. And he's like, and I'm like, thank God he didn't run my shit too, because seriously, like, that hits your record too. It's like, oh, like, you got pulled over this many times. Like, shit, dude. Like, god damn it, please don't do that to me. So he looks at my license, he looks at my registration, he sees I didn't fucking steal the car, and he's just like, man, I just don't want you to get rear-ended. You know, it's really bad out there. It's just drive safe, you know what I mean? Like, don't do that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I didn't see that he was coming up on my ass, but thank God he wasn't, because, or thank God he didn't actually hit me, because that guy had a big ass truck, dude. Seriously, he would have destroyed my Beamer. Lol, could have got another one, right? I don't know. But yeah, it was just, it scared the dick out of me, dude. I was like, why did you pull me over? For the love of God, like, twice in a, okay, I don't, like, look at this from my point of view. I don't get pulled over in 5 years, and then twice in a week, dude. It's just insane. I was like, oh my God, I was following all the laws. I didn't do anything wrong. He just wanted me to be safe out there. And I appreciate that, but at the same time, it's like, holy fuck, man. If I hadn't gotten pulled over the other times, it would have been like, haha, got pulled over and it was hilarious, right? But the fact that I just got a speeding ticket, it's just, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth, man. It's absolutely my fault, right? I had this coming, man. I've had this coming for a while. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that like button. Let's see if we can hit 1,000 likes for this, my first. If you guys comment, please comment in the description below if you've ever gotten pulled over or gotten a speeding ticket, or even if you're old enough to drive. If you're not old enough to drive, comment, let's see, comment XD. XD, boys. All right, stay sexy, you beasts. I'm GhostSickness. I fucking love you guys. XD, and I'm out.